I'm going to be really cocky right now, Angie, and tell you this doesn't happen on my watch because I don't let it happen. So I'm going to reveal to you right now what you should do the moment you get a new job if you want to get a raise. And let me preface, that raise may end up not being with that employer, okay? But let me tell you why I teach people to be workplace renegades and own their future, okay? So that this kind of stuff doesn't happen because it shouldn't happen, okay? So first of all, you really impress an employer, you exceed their expectations. In the interview, you land the job. You negotiate, right? They tell you what's required of you. You agree to be paid a certain amount. From that moment forward, my friend, we start the journey of mapping and tracking how you exceed expectations. And by exceed expectations, very specifically, how you are saving and making them more money to justify the cost of giving you a raise. Yes? So how do we do that? Well, it starts by breaking down with a list of everything you were hired to do. Okay? And in the beginning, you're going to track how many, hours a week you're doing each of those tasks, and you're going to make sure that you get to a place where they believe you are exceeding expectations. You are doing all of those things really well. But you know what else is going to happen in that time? They're going to start asking you to do other things. And that goes into column 2. And I want you to start tracking the time you spend on the new things they're asking you to take on. Because now, not only are you doing well all the things you were hired to do, you're doing additional things, okay? When it comes review time, I want you to then create a third column. I want you to think about what you've learned and how much better you've gotten and how much more valuable you are. And I want you to identify 1 or 2 other things that you believe you could do for them that would create even more value that you're not doing yet. Okay, so we got 3 columns. What you were hired to do, all the additional things they now have you doing that you took on, and even a couple of things that you can do because you've gotten so efficient, right, with your time, because you're getting so good at these things that you could do this as well. When you sit down, this is typed up. When you meet with them and you say, it's review time, here's what I was hired to do. I believe I'm exceeding all the expectations there. Here's all the additional things you've given to me since, because I've been so successful at exceeding expectations, and I'm doing those really well. And because I'm so, invested in building my skills here and creating value for you, I even see a couple other places where I think I could be more value, and that's why I would like a raise. That's why I believe I have earned a raise. I know I have, because I am now exceeding your expectations and doing more than what we agreed to when we first set my salary. Okay? Lay it out for them. Now, 1 of 3 things are going to happen when you do this. 1, in the ideal situation, is they're going to say, oh my gosh, absolutely. I didn't realize, because this is what happens to a lot of hiring managers. They forget all the additional stuff you're doing. And then they're thinking, look at all this additional stuff they're doing. I don't want to lose them. So yes, I'm going to give them a raise. Ding, ding, ding. Favorite answer. Step 2 might be, ooh, wow, I didn't see that you were doing all of this. I don't have money booked for you for a raise, but let's plan that I will get you a raise in X amount of time. Right? This is where you negotiate with them and say, how long is it going to take for me to get that raise? How far out is that raise? You have every right to ask that and to know the answer to that question when they tell you they can't give you a raise. Well, how far out will it be before we can? And what does that look like? And what milestones am I going to need to hit? Fair question. Doesn't mean you're going to stay, but fair question. And the third thing, and probably the worst, is when they say, there's no more money. If you want this job, this is the job, there's no more money. With those last 2, you start looking for work, because you've got what? An amazing summary now of how you took on a job, and in a set amount of time, you not only exceeded the expectations, you took on more responsibility, you created more value, and you even foresaw how you could create even more value. And we're going to take that to new employers, and we're going to show them everything you've done. And when they ask, why are you leaving? You can be honest, because I worked really hard and the expectation was set that I would get a raise, but they're now not offering a raise. And I want to make more money. And I also want to be in an environment where I can continue to create more value and grow and earn more. I want an upward career track. What they're telling me right now is that this is plateaued, and I've gone as far as I can with them. And while I like the job and I like them, I am career minded. I want to grow. That's how you get the more money. It's just going to be someplace else. Okay? We don't take it personally. We don't get emotional. We don't get defensive if we don't get the answer we want when we sit down for the review. We've presented the facts. We know what we've done. If they can't make it happen, no hard feelings. We're going to go make it happen someplace else. This is how I teach people. Let me let you in on a little secret. And I know some of my TikTokers are going to come out and comment and back me up on this. The people that we have coached and really helped them understand their self-worth, especially on this app and over at my company, Work It Daily, they go get more money. 40% pay raise, right? Because another employer is like, look what I'm getting. I'm getting a person with more value. That is you, my friend. That's a true workplace renegade, okay? And you deserve to be one. So Angie, this doesn't happen on my watch. I don't allow it. Because as a career coach, it's my job to make sure from day one you're setting yourself up for that next raise and promotion. And if you don't get it there and can't get it there, we go someplace where you can, okay? I love that you posted this. Thank you for that. And keep the questions and comments coming, folks. I'm here every single day on this app trying to give you as much free advice as I can to help you because I know it's hard out there. And if you want even more amazing free resources, you know I got a ton of them linked in my bio, okay? And if you want a career coach like me working alongside you, you know what to do. Try us free for 7 days over at workitdaily.com. Good luck. Go get them.